Cargile. I'm the Emeritus Chair of Research for the American Association of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine. Our group, our research group, has been using the PAPIMI with respect to various dimensions of integrative healing because it seems to cross all lines of physiological, biochemical, and electrochemical phenomena that pertain to the proper operation of a living cell. The National Library of Medicine, in a report that I generated for the Healthcare Task Force in 1993, pursuant to declassifying acupuncture and electromedicine out of investigational, experimental, and unscientific status into mainstream understanding with respect to modern science. In that report, the National Library of Medicine clearly states that several converging viewpoints from these various disciplines of science have clearly shown and indicated that the body is far more than simply a collection of molecules and cells. That in fact, the body is comprised of a set of standing, stabilized electromagnetic oscillations or oscillatory patterns, and that these electromagnetic patterns, the changes in these patterns, occur before any morphogenesis or pathogenesis. That is to say, they precede morphogenesis or pathogenesis, the generation of normal body parts or diseased body parts. So changes in the standing wave pattern of the electromagnetic field of the body will always precede the development of a disease in the body. And the PAPIMI finds these simply by stimulating areas of energetic blockage toward normalcy and toward an optimum energetic range. The basis of this is best established, to my mind, by the work done by Drs. Harold Urey and Stanley Miller, the University of Chicago, where the Nobel Prize was given in 1960, for the results of their experiment, which showed that with a collection of amino acids in an aqueous environment and a reducing atmosphere of nitrogen, not oxygen, which nitrogen obligatorily existed in the atmosphere before molecular oxygen, which was dependent upon photosynthesis. So before there was chlorophyll and photosynthesis, there was a nitrogen atmosphere. And they duplicated what they felt were the primordial atmosphere and the primordial conditions upon which all life is based, upon which molecular self-assembly and the assembly of cells occurred in unicellular life. Unicellular life logically precedes multicellular life. What they found was the only missing ingredient towards molecular self-assembly, self-organization into a cellular structure or into the subcomponents of cellular structure, such as respiratory and photosynthetic pigments. It only occurred whenever there was a spark discharge, when they approached a similar energetic burst to lightning, which is a full spectrum phenomenon. Lightning releases everything from X-rays and gamma rays to radio waves and microwaves, and it also releases spectrum in the visible range. So you can see it, but there's much about lightning, about spark discharges, that one cannot see, and it's the full range of electromagnetic energy that's important in producing the chromic pigments that we associate with photosynthesis, respiration, and molecular self-assembly. Ultimately, this energy provides the key towards what was called proteinoid microspheres, where the fats, the proteins assembled into spheres and objects that look similar to cells, and ultimately were even self-replicating within the flask. This was all done in vitro, or outside of a body, inside of a test tube, inside of a flask, a series of flasks. References to this can be found in Leninger's biochemistry text, and it's particularly interesting because the PAPIMI machine produces spark discharge of 500 million watts and 500,000 volts, and is able to facilitate the normal operation of cells by replacing the missing component. The 1979 Journal of the Japan Medical Association, Japan Medical Journal, in the article by Kyoichi Nakagawa, MD, PhD at Suzu Hospital, using static magnetic fields to treat diverse types of degenerative and chronic disease problems in people, was able to obtain significant results in the abatement and reduction of the severity of these symptoms and these diseases, simply by placing magnets on acupuncture points around the head and neck or wherever the problem was. And the fact that magnets can do that, that static magnets can do that, is quite evident that electromagnetic field considerations are a vital and essential part of the complete therapy. And we believe at this point that no therapy is going to be complete unless it includes an electromagnetic stimulus. To my knowledge, the PAPIMI machine is the only one of the technologies which covers a full spectrum of X-rays, microwaves, visible light that basically emanates into an organism and facilitates cellular regeneration. We believe that it enhances ATP and that it clearly stimulates mitochondrial activity, upon which all cellular bioenergetics depend. The production of adenosine triphosphate, the currency of energy for all life on the planet. These are the most compelling aspects of the ion magnetic induction that we are currently investigating, and it's been our pleasure to integrate this into the total repertoire of resources to provide a more effective, efficacious, and enduring healing response in our patients.